The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello there, my name is Adele Kane. I'm the Programme Lead for Mentorship, and this is an introductory video to help you get started. I will be flipping between a few screens just to get you in and so that we know where you're going. You will receive notification from us of your student registration number and instructions on signing up for a computing account. When you click on the relevant email link to start your computing account registration, you'll be come to this page that you can see at the moment. What they're asking you for is your student reference number and your date of birth. Once you've submitted that, you also have to then create a password. Some of you may be returning to study. Your student number will be re-enlivened, but you'll be asked to reset your password. Once you've done that, you will be able to access the services and the websites that we have. You'll be able to go into our learning environment, and where you'll find here down on this side of the screen when you go into it a list of modules. And the module that you're related to, you need to click on that and it'll bring you to either the MENT 60X or 70X, depending if you're studying degree or masters. Both are set out the same. The first thing you'll see is a welcome note from me. I'm just reminding you of the sort of things that you can find here. What it says is that there are things that are general to all the courses, which are listed down here, and we're going to look at some of those in a second. And then what you'll have is either down on this side of the menu, depending whether you're doing the full talk module, the APEL, or the 603 distance learning, will be a list or buttons for you to click into your own module. Before I click into the module, I want to look at the general things that we have. One of the things that we require is mandatory requirement of the course is to undertake our quiz. All you need to do is to click on it and away you go. And it's asking me to continue. That's because I've looked at that before. It'll take about 10, 15, 20 minutes. Now, you need to do this once you've got some knowledge and understanding or refreshing of your knowledge about mentoring. But certainly you can have as many attempts as you like. Once you get to 95%, you will be able to download a certificate which you can utilize for your work purposes. We also have some pre-course reading. We will have sent you some information about this. There are 2 or 3 articles there we'd like you to read. This here is the link to our resources, books, journals and articles. It comes up in a little window of its own, and what you need to do is just enlarge that. Here you have all of our books that are useful to the course. They are online resources, which means you can read the book and here you go, the Good Mentoring Toolkit. The whole book is here for you to read. You can read that at the speed in which you feel you're ready to do. Quite useful. I'm going to click back into this again. So enlarge it. I'm going to come down to the journal articles. Here again, online resources. Whilst you can use a variety of libraries depending on where you're located, everything you really need to get you going is here. And here we go. It's all about giving feedback. And you can download this, print it, read it, or whatever you choose that you want to do. So I'm just going to go back one more time. There is a whole range here. Most of the books on the reading list in your handbook, which you will have received, are here, and you can just click in and read. Please make full use of this. We have another section here which will take you to information about the university's libraries. Here it's all about how to access our libraries, how to search online, do literature searches, etc. like that. But what I want to draw your attention to is that we have a little mini course on literature searching. For those of you that are a bit rusty or haven't had much of experience of this, there's a little video there for you. Again, quite useful. Going back in. Here is about studying, how to do critical reading, little videos again, how to reference, more guidance on references, how to avoid plagiarism, and academic writing skills. All manner of things, how to manage your time. Quite a useful range of resources for you. Now, the reading list sometimes asks you, if you're not on a university site, for an Athens, here's some instructions on how to use that. All you need to do is search for the university on the list. Guide Harvard referencing, quite useful for your assignment, and certainly you can click in there and it's going to take you all the way through on how to reference things you need to know, etc., guidelines and all those kind of things. Quite useful for you there. Assessment guidelines, this is all about, so all you need to do is click and download these things, as I've just done, to access. This tells you about exam panels, it tells you about what are assessed guidelines, how to submit and prepare your work. Again, very useful when you're getting to the point of writing your work and putting it all together. It is there for you. Here is about submission. I'm going to come back to that. Here is newly launched article I've put there because it is of particular interest, The Shape of Caring, the Willis Report, all about the future of nurse education and mentoring for those of you that are nurses. Here is a little bit more about plagiarism, and you will be hearing from us in our assignment tutorials about plagiarism and copying and how to avoid. These are all here for you. Please look at them. Essentially, you want to go in and click all the boxes. So if you're on the Full Talk module, here is your selection. Here is things like timetables, handbooks, and some little mini study micro courses. It'll take about 10 minutes to get through. Your templates to your portfolio, all about your assignment, and some other bits and pieces. If you're studying APEL, again, some little mini courses on pertinent issues in mentoring, your handbook, tutorial narrated, which means you'll be able to listen to what I'm saying, again, as a follow-up to when you first had your tutorial, how to submit your assignment. You will be getting a link. Let's have a look at that. So this is all about how to submit your assignments electronically for you there. And again, if you're distance learning, there's your section there. So depending on the section, that depends on which you want to look at. Now, the other thing I draw your attention to, both our sites have previous students' work, and we've got a selection of assignments. They've all been scanned, so we do know if you're going to copy them word for word, but certainly they will be useful as a guide to you when constructing and submitting your work. Some of you may wish to continue your study and to become sign-off mentors, those of you nurses and midwives, and here is all the information you would need, and you'll be urged to look at that sign-off mentor preparation. That essentially is it. Very short and sweet. Please look at all the information. Please click and have a look. It's the way to find out. The resources are there for you, and we wish you well on your study for the future. Thank you for your time.